Well. Welcome to the pre-game show. Wrexham taking on Bolton from the Stoke Kairas. It's going to be another barn-burning game. It's going to be a battle. And last week there was no show. Why was there no show last week? It was quite simple. This is why. These lines, these are water lines. You see, there's two water lines. See the valves on them? Yep. Well, this line burst and that line burst over 2 different days above the studio. And that's why there was no show last week. Maybe that brought Wrexham some bad news, but now we got the lines fixed. These things are no longer a problem. Well, maybe that's going to bring some luck to Wrexham. This show, the menu's coming up right now. Also, we're going to start off with the League One matches and top 6 focus. So you'll be able to see on the right the menu where we're going after this and the matches coming up. We'll also look at the top 6 focus, and we're going to finish this show with a Gypsies warning, a promotion warning for Wrexham. Yes, a Gypsies warning. So stick around for that and the game talk and so much else. Remember, League One games coming up right now, top 6 focus, and the menu to the right. And last show, no show because of these bloody things. No water for 2 days in the whole place. Okay, League One matches, let's go to it. And let's throw these things away. Go for it. League One matches, now. So, time to look at League One matches and a top 6 focus, but before we get there, I want to point one thing out. The matches this weekend will impact both Wrexham and Bolton Wanderers as we go through. Taking a look at the matches right now, there they are. I also want to point you to the right side of the screen. Take a look. That's the menu. That's where we're going. As you're looking at that menu, I'm going to change your attention to the top 6 focus. Remember, Birmingham in first, taking on Wycombe in second. Should Birmingham win and Wrexham beat Bolton, both Wycombe and Wrexham will be tied for second on 64 points. Keep your fingers crossed. Orient taking on Charlton Athletic. I tell you, Orient doing very well, fought all the way to get back in that top 6. I think they got a good chance at staying there, but this will be a tough game. Huddersfield on the road at Stevenage, not going to be easy, and Huddersfield might find that Stevenage are too strong on the day. Stockport County taking on Blackpool. Blackpool coming back into form. Got to say, Stevie Bruce doing a great job down there with Blackpool, but they draw. Too many games, take Stockport. Let's get back on screen. So there you go, one big all top 6 battle coming through. Yes, Birmingham taking on Wycombe. You got to think Birmingham's going to get something there, yeah, but Wycombe, very much a team that doesn't give much away. When they should lose, they draw. And that's the difference between second and third place. Sometimes we've lost games that we should have drawn. Just saying. But Birmingham should be there to get something there, which means Wrexham get a chance to catch them up on 64 points. Now, incidentally, talking about points, top 6 teams as it is right now. Birmingham in first, well, they got 13 points. Wycombe second, they've got 9 points. Wrexham have got 9. Huddersfield have got 7, Stockport County have got 10, re-emerging Stockport County, and Orient have got 9. So there's the points in the top 6. I've got to tell you, let's take a look at the stats now and the starters from the last game in a new segment. Take a look at the starters. If you like this, we'll bring it again. But right now we're going to look at the starters and the stats from the last meeting between Bolton and Wrexham. Let's go. Come on. You'll love this. Hopefully you will. If you don't, let me know. Let's go. So looking at the stats from the last time these two met up, it finished 0-0 as you can see. I want to draw your attention to the shot clock. 11 shots, 8 on target, 68% possession, 81% pass accuracy. They should have won that match. Let's take a look at the starting lineups from both teams, yeah? Starting off with Bolton Wanderers. That's how Bolton lined up. There's the substitutes. And on the day, guys highlighted in white were the guys that Ian Evatt put on the field. Wrexham AFC on the day started off like that under Phil Parkinson. And on the day, again, highlighted in white were the guys that were used on the day. Let's get back on screen. So like I say right in there, with 11 shots, 8 on target. That's the big thing, 8 on target. They should have won this game. But it was great defending by Wrexham, which is not unknown. They've been defending greatly all season long. But it was a few super saves as well by Arthur in net. And that's the kind of performance that they need to bring as well to get a result in this game too. I tell you what, phenomenal. But yes, do you like the new lineup feature. If you do, let me know and we'll bring it more. Now, let's take a look at the head-to-head between these two all time. So the Stoke Us is the venue one more time if you did not know, and let's take a look at the head-to-head right now. You got 3 questions that I always pose to you right from the start. How many times have Wrexham beaten Bolton? 4 times. Not so bad. How many times have these two drawn? Twice. And how many times has Bolton Wanderers won this? Are they bossing this, or is Wrexham bossing it with 4? 1, 2, 3. Boom, there you go. Bolton Wanderers has 9. Let's have a look at the historical head-to-head. There you go, started in 1971. In fact, the first win for Wrexham was on the road in 1971. Although they lost the head-to-head, they won the first match. First loss, you can see it. Worst day was a 3-1 loss, and the best day was a 3-1 win. Let's look at the last 5. There's 4 of. We'll take the bragging rights as we get to it, but there's 4 of the last 5. Bragging rights goes to Wrexham AFC. Let's get back on screen. Yes, Bolton is bossing it 9-4. So you know what? A fair ways to go, a few years to go. And they haven't really played many times, as you saw there, yeah? Started in 1971. We're going to touch the season in lights here pretty soon, and that's both Wrexham and Bolton Wanderers. And if you're new here, well, this will show you in lights, green for wins, red for losses, yellow for draws, how the season looks, so you can quickly reference what's going on. If it all were white or all were one colour, you wouldn't sift through as quick. So that's why I do it this way. If you don't like it, let me know. If you do, love it, carry on. Let's go for it. A couple of more pointers. A win for Wrexham here and a loss for Wycombe gets Wrexham into second level on 64 points. A win for Bolton, however, and a loss for Charlton and Orient can elevate Bolton into the top 6. So there's something here for Bolton to play for, yeah? Wrexham recent losses, though, have coincided with other teams below them losing. And that's why they're still sitting third, and sitting strongly in third. Let's face it, Wrexham's form has been very good all season. Just recently, it's been a little bit below par. But every time they lose, they always come back with the results, yeah? They always have. So this team, this squad, 14 games to go, 8 at home, 6 on the road. Sorry, 8 on the road, 6 at home. They got a lot of work to do, but I'm sure the guys can get it done. Let's take a look at them season stats in lights. Come on, especially you Trotters fans. You might not like what you see. So there we go, guys. Dregia Hawk, Red Dragons taking on the Trotters. Let's have a look at the season stats so far. There it is, Wrexham fans. And hey, if you're a Trotters fan, that's what Wrexham's been up to so far this season. Recently, not so great, but still in third, while other teams falter. Bolton as well. Take a look at the remaining games. Remember, the last 8 is where I see things happening for Wrexham. 14 matches to go, 8 away, 6 at home. There's the stats on the board. Last 10, the last 5, an amazing home form. Now, Trotters fans, take a look at your own season in lights. It started out pretty terrible, and it's been inconsistent all the way, and that's the problem for Bolton. However, recently the form has been very good. You got 5 wins out of the last 6. Will it be 6 out of 7? Or do Wrexham halt the gravy train for Bolton Wanderers? Last 10, last 5, and away on the season, yeah, 7 wins. They can get it done. Back on screen. So as you see, there is a season in lights. Both teams' form is quite evident which way this plays out. But recently, 5 wins out of the last 6. Bolton is in very good form. They were in good form earlier on in the season for a few games, and then it drifted off into average to inconsistent, yes. But recently, those last 6 games have shown that Bolton can do it, and they can get it done on the road. 7 wins on the road already this season. Let's take a look at the match prediction. My big yap. If you're against it, if you like it, whatever you're saying, what are you thinking? Down below, I want to know what you think the score is going to be, because this is what I see. So, looking at the head-to-head, let's get into this right now. I tell you what, it's going to be a barn-burning match, but one thing I don't see is a 0-0. I tell you, there could be goals in this. It could get to the 2-2, could even go higher. And if Bolton are to win, which they've done 7 times this season on the road, I think they got a 2-1 chance at winning the Stoke Us. However, I'm calling for 2-1 to Wrexham at the Stoke Us for this match. So there you go, guys. 2-1. That's what I'm seeing for Wrexham. I totally am. But don't kid yourself. Bolton are very capable of getting something here. They've done it 7 times already on the road. And if it weren't for their leaky defence, man, oh man, this team should be top 6 and even challenging for promotion. Yeah, 49 goals conceded on the season. Wrexham 28. You do the math. Who do you think's going to win, yeah? It's not just that. It's the firepower too. On the firepower, Ollie Palmer, Stevie Fletcher, I'd start him up front. I really would. I'd start him up front. I'd have Longman left and Ryan Barnett right. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But 2-1 is what I'm saying. Okay. Now, talking about the promotion warning, the Gypsies warning for Wrexham. Well, although it's a heartbreaker, the loss in midweek against Peterborough, it could serve as the catalyst to get us back on track. You see, recently home form's not been good, has it? You know that. Yeah. Last points at home was a 1-1 draw against Birmingham. Yeah, top team. You took on the top team. Really had a great game. Yes, we were under pressure in that game too, but most games, we don't own possession. We own the shot clock or goals at the end of the game. Soak up the pressure, counter-attack, swift. You've seen it all season long. You've seen it for a few years. And that's the Wrexham game. That's Phil's game. Counter-attack, strong defence. Boom, in you go. So, what I'm saying, this loss, as heartbreaking as it is, and everybody wanted to get to Wembley, a trip to Wembley, and everybody would have been booking tickets. Everybody, yeah. And unfortunately, it didn't happen, yeah. So, bounce back on track, use it as the catalyst, use it as the reason why to get back on track and get the wins, get the results, get the defence tightened up again, and get that form back. We need to go on a run. Remember, Wycombe's coming up March 15th. Stockport prior to that is coming up prior to the last 8 games. As soon as we get past Stockport, it's 8 games to glory is what I'm calling it, because them games, points can be had. So let's face it, don't be down, don't wear a frown. This is a time for Wrexham to get back on track. Let's take a talk a little bit about the game as we get out of here. But 14 games to go, 8 on the road, 6 at home. Ask yourself one question, though. 3rd in the league right now. At the start of the season, we didn't know where we were going to be. And I said, if we finish 3rd or 4th, that's golden. Yeah? If we get in the playoffs, great. But forget about 1st or 2nd. That's what I said. But on the facts and on the base of this season, this is a damn good season. There's nothing to be down for. We just missed out on the semi-final and the trip to Wembley. Get it. I got it. Now we need to get back on track and get it going again. So, let's talk about the match. So, yes, the Gypsies warning is there. Remember, 2 losses back-to-back at home in the league. It doesn't need to be 3. That would be tragic. And definitely would let people start to catch us up, yeah. Match talk, Wrexham. Simply this, guys. You've seen us play all season long and for years. But what I'm calling for, what I'm saying right now is we've picked up a few guys recently. For this match, would start Stephen Fletcher and Ollie Palmer together up front. I would have Ryan Longman on the left and Ryan Barnett on the right, okay? I wouldn't put James McLean up on the left too far to start doing that game. One thing I've learned about Longman is he's very good on the defensive matching. He matches up very well whoever he's against. He's got speed, he gets back, he works hard, but he also gets back up front to do his job. So that kind of effort needs to be on the field, yeah? Just like Ollie Rathbone, that effort needs to be there, because against Bolton, it's effort, not just excellence that's going to make the day, but that forward line, yeah? Longman, Barnett, Palmer, Fletcher. That's how I'd start. Why? Because I don't think you get too much trying to tic-tac-toe around Bolton's defence. I think you've got to get in there strong, hard, force the game. And also, the two strongmen in the middle, Ollie Palmer, Stevie Fletcher, they can hold the ball up well. So you've got the hold-up play to bring the guys up the field. That's the one thing we cannot do right now, is hold the ball well enough. Put the 2 strong guys up there, cement the game, own the game. Let's get some goals in the net. Let's really start owning the game. Put them under pressure. We're the home team. And do it with the big man game. Put the crosses in. Big head on the end of it, yeah? Put the ball down the middle, hold up play, tap off, get and go. Yeah, goes wide, the big man goes back in the middle. You know the play, but that's what I'm calling for this one. I'd love to see Ollie and Stephen put together for the start. Bring on the small guys later when you've worn out their defence a bit more, yeah? Play a different game, different tactics for different folks, yeah? Big ball, big guy. Little guys, little tic-tac-toes. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. That's what's in my head. That's really what's in my head. But one thing I will say is form is temporary. Class is permanent. Remember that, because that's all about Wrexham. Form is temporary. Class is permanent. Bolton have won 3 back-to-back coming into this one. They're full of it, yeah? Dangerman, John McAtee, 31 games, 9 goals, yeah? Aaron Collins, 31 games, 8 goals. You've also got Dion Charles, Northern Ireland guy. I love this guy. I really do. I really like him. He's feisty. He's in there. He'll give you everything. 24 games, 7 goals. And then there's a host of guys on 3, 2, and 1. But again, I'm going to tell you, as we shut this down and get up for this one, because where were we 3 years ago? Where are we now? Living the dream, baby. Living the dream. Absolutely. So forget about the misery from midweek. Live the dream. Because, as I said, form is temporary. Class is permanent. Wrexham, Bolton, Stoke Let's have it. Cheers.